Man, I'm a first timer. I've got nutrient burn, and I got it by using what I believe to be too much open sesame.
Yeah, that can happen with the solubles. Describe the burn. Is it just on the tips? Is it along the ridges of the leaf?
It started out when I first noticed on the tips, but then it just gradually, real quickly, grabbed the whole leaf.
Are you getting malformed growth like twisting and distorting too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it witch toeing back or is it curling down?
Crowing down. No, I'm sorry, crowing in.
Yeah, you frizzle fried the shit out of that. So listen, solubles. It's easy to do that with solubles. The open sesame. It's like 1 teaspoon per 5 gallons, I believe, is the dosage rate. If you're using it a la carte, is that right? I think it is. But that tells you how concentrated it is. If you have an extra quarter teaspoon, which is only a few granules, you can overdo it tremendously. Those solubles, less is always more. You start with about half the recommended dosage and watch your plants see what they're doing. It's can especially build up fairly quickly in soil. So anytime you're using those products in soil, you feed with it one time, and then you go water to help flush out and release anything through it so you don't have a buildup that can lead to a pH fluctuation, a toxicity, something like you're seeing now.
Yeah, got you.
Okay, but what do you do now, Horty? I know that you're the hydro master, and not so much
Is
nutrient.
he soil or hydro?
It's soil.
You could just hit it with water.
Flush.
Try to flush some of that out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already hit it with a gallon and a half of water, flushing it out very slowly.
Uh-huh.
And I was told to trim back the leaves, and I trimmed probably 25% of the leaves on each one.
Okay. So you still have foliage, leaves that are green and healthy?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so you want to cultivate the health of the plant there. Pruning is a great way to stimulate new growth, both leaf and vertical growth. Is what you want to do right now is stimulate new growth so you get the solar panels going again. Also, at any one point when I prune, it's 25, 40% that I take off just because those plants will regenerate the leaf so rapidly, and I want the light to get down to the main flowering spots.
But with the open sesame, he's probably in bloom.
Yeah, even during bloom, I still continue to prune.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't expect very many new leaves to grow if you're actually forming flower. But if you trim off the stuff that's affected, it's not going to recover. So you might as well remove it so you can concentrate the energy to the parts of the plant that are still viable.
Yep.
But yeah, you're going to want to hit them with some water. What size container are they in?
5 gallons.
I would probably pour at least 5 gallons of water through it to help flush it out real good.
And when you do it, get it flushed out and then let it sit and completely dry out. Don't be going to put more water through it every single day where now you're waterlogging the roots and rotting the roots out. You need those roots to search out water. That will, again, stimulate new growth and root growth if they're searching out water. Open sesame is something you use in the first 2 weeks of bloom. I'm sure that he can still develop more foliage and roots at this point. We usually stop using our high nitrogen root stimulants about week 2 or 3 of bloom as things slow down and the flower process starts ramping up, okay? So I don't think that you completely fucked yourself, but you have to take the steps to correct it. Flushing it out is the right step, and then coming back with maybe an organic bloom nutrient instead of a synthetic bloom stimulant to help revitalize the soil and give you a little bit more of a buffer where it's harder to overdo.
And also, when you're using those bloom stimulants, you may want to cut back on your base nutrients a little bit as well.
Yeah, I plan to. Matter of fact, big time. Yeah. Mainly to slow everything down, I guess, because I'm sure I've stunted the growth, and I'm probably going to lose yield out of this.
Oh, yeah, probably. But, also keep in mind that when you add the bloom boosters, they're increasing the ppm or EC of your solution. So it's when you're going with the heavier bloom boosters, you want to cut back on your base nutrients to about 75% when you add the open sesame, and then only add half as much as they recommended at first, like Heavy T mentioned, later on stages when you're using the really, really heavy bloom stimulators, you may want to cut your base nutrients back by as much as 50% before you add that bloom booster, because it's all going in on top of each other. So if you're putting 1,000 ppm of base nutrients in there and then you add a heavy bloom stimulant, you might be pushing 1,500, 1,800 with that. And then, of course, you're going to fry your plants.
Now, listen, you overdid it as well. It's not a bad idea to lower the light level or raise the light height so the plants aren't in such direct light to where they're getting signals to continue the photosynthesis at the rate that it was going before. Kind of give the plant a little bit of break to revitalize, regenerate, and then get going again like 2 or 3 days until you're going to water it again, then drop the light back to where it was.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, dude. Hey, Rick, I don't know if there's any stores in Alabama, dude, but I'm going to send you some love here. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get your prizes. So you probably aren't going to be able to help yourself with this particular problem. But next time it happens, I'm going to give you some Clear-X so you have the right product to help get all of that built-up nutrient out of there. The Clear-X is a special sugar that encapsulates the nutrient molecule and makes it unabsorbable to the plant so it can leach out nice and easily.
I got one local store here.
All right, well, we'll send it there or directly to you. Just let my screener know. I'm also going to send you some Turpinator to help make it AAA out there. The Turpinator's super easy to use. You use it during bloom. It'll bring out the full genetic expression of your plants so you can get the highest quality and make your stuff AAA. Of course, Smart Pots are the ones to use. I'm going to send you some of those, Rick. And don't stop me yet, Rick. I'm going to send you some green pads to get your CO2 levels up, because light, water, and CO2 is what's needed for photosynthesis. So once your light comes back down, you got those green pads to get a higher CO2 level up. Everything should start clicking on all cylinders. And with that, you will get bigger and tastier fruit. All that stuff going out to you, Rick.
And don't forget, he also gets Steve's prize, which is the Clonex.
That's right. I did forget. An HCI Clonex set.
Clonex kit with the mist.
Let's send them the green pads and the green pad juniors to go with that kit.
Nice.
Dude, you just got hooked up, Rick. I appreciate you calling in, and hopefully we helped you out.
Hey, thanks for the show. I really enjoy it.
All right, brother. Stay safe.
Thank you.
No 562. The phone lines are locked up until the grand prize. Let's go. One more phone line. Stuart's still there. Stuart.
Yes.
There you are, dude. What's going on?
All right. So my question is, I heard y'all talking earlier, and you're saying you put 20 plants in an 8x8 space. And I'm thinking if you're doing that, they must be pretty small in the veg state.
Yep. I use 6 plants in a 4x8 space. I like to use cocoa. I use a bigger pot, and I branch them out. But you could put 100 plants in there and grow them a little sea of green that are 12-inch stalks, single stalks with a single flower on it. There's a lot of different ways and different styles that require different plants to fill the section. And there's not an empirical right answer for any one situation. The idea, though, is that you want to fill it up with as many plants or plant matter that on your footprint where your light is most intense, you cannot see the floor or the tray. If you're doing that, you're optimizing your light, the potential of your light with how much you can get. Whether that takes 100 plants, it takes 1 plant, 2 plants, whatever it is, there's a lot of different ways to manipulate the plants to fill up the place.
And keep in mind, indoors with artificial lighting, we have the physics of the inverse square law that the light rapidly diminishes every foot you get from the bulb. It's half the intensity. So we don't want to grow really tall plants indoors because you're going to end up stripping off the bottom more than a 6-foot plant. You're going to strip 3 to 4 feet off the bottom of it, and that's just wasted time vegging. And also it takes a lot more energy for the plant to push the nutrients to the top of those larger plants. So indoors, it's better to keep your plants shorter and topped, or more plants that are smaller than it is to grow bigger plants. You don't want 6-foot tall plants indoors.
And genetics, some grow like vines and will continue to stretch and grow vertical.
Throughout the bloom.
So those will be growing out into the area that you can trellis it and train it a little bit easier. Some pretty much stop vertical growth right when you flip them and may only grow 6 inches or so after that. With those, you're going to need more plants to fill up that area. So, like I said, there's not an empirical right answer where for every 4x4, it's going to be 4 plants.
Right.
20. No matter what.
The shorter the plants, the more you can run. Also, another way to look at it is if you're doing a trellis or not, if you look at the above the plant's bird's eye view down, when 3/4 of your growing area that the light footprint hits is covered in vegetation, that's a good time to flip them back and trim them up a little bit. If you wait until it's completely full and then flip the plants, they're going to be crowded.
Okay. Yeah, that's the problem I ended up having. I had them. They end up being crowded. And I just split them up.
But again, Stuart, as the gardener, you got to have the moxie to go in there. And I know you're emotionally attached to your girls in there, but you got to chop the ones that are crowding out of there, because crowding is a big problem and can bring down your yield a lot too. There is a perfect amount of plant material to have in there, and if it starts crowding because of genetics or the grow environment or the nutrient that you're using because you're getting so much more growth out of a certain environment or a certain plant, then you need to use fewer
I
plants.
just threw up another light and pulled them out. And
That's a better idea.
Yeah,
I like the
that
way
one.
you think.
Also, keep in mind when the plants are crowded, they'll stretch as well.
yeah, so that's what I did. I just pulled them out and put them under another light. But I found I had a really, with the larger plants, I had a pretty big yield with that.
Okay. Yeah.
But you'll also end up with a lot of smaller, insignificant flowers at the bottom of the plant that you're going to want to remove on your taller plants before they develop too far, because that energy will go to the top of the plant where you'll end up with a denser flower. So keep in mind that I see this all the time. 5-foot tall plant, top 18 inches, full of nice flowers. Bottom of it, a bunch of insignificant snarf, or it's been stripped away and then you've got 2 months worth of veg time that you wasted because it's just a stick. There's nothing on it. So I like to grow shorter plants that only the bottom 6 to 10 inches is cleaned off and the rest of it is viable fruit on top. It also makes them easier to trim. That's Horty's Pimpin' 101.
So you're trimming it, because I was keeping mine pretty clean too. I was going in there and cut it. I had the trellis and I cut everything below and I trimmed up with the light. But you're saying I should start out earlier with the trimming and have it as a...
Well, you should be pruning
Yeah,
and training
you
your
should be pruning
plants.
the entire time through veg and through bloom. You should also be topping your plants so that you can get more tops on each plant. But yeah, when you go in and from your trellis to the top of your medium, when there's 3 feet of bare stalk there, you were wasting time vegging.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know, if you grow an 8-foot tall plant indoors and the top foot has viable fruit and the bottom of it stripped off, you wasted 7 feet of veg. You didn't need it that tall. And if numbers of plants aren't your concern and you can run more plants, then you can flip them sooner. I mean, I've done as many as 16 of a very short bushy plant that doesn't stretch much. I've put 16 of them in, topped a couple times in a 4x4 area and flip them into bloom at 10 to 14 inches tall, and they finish up at 20, 22 inches, and they're just solid cactuses,
And
basically.
Stuart, as far as
That's
what
why
you
he's
said
in
about
Guinness Book
yield,
of World Records.
as you said about yield, both methods of either growing larger plants and branching them out or having smaller plants, you should be able to get about the same amount of weight of gram per watt as long as you fill up where those watts are going with plant material. So if you have big open areas where light's just being lost that the bigger plant was filling up, then that's a problem and you are going to get less. But if you can fill it all up with plant material, whether with more plants or with branching it out, you should get about the same gram per watt.
Killing
No, I see
it.
if you're saying that you can get one big per plant, and you can, instead of a whole bunch of...
Yeah, rather than per plant on looking at your yield, look at gram per watt. And that should tell you a little bit more. All right, Stuart?
Okay.
I'm going to send you a new light bulb from Grow Light. Which size light bulb do you want?
I use the 1,000-watt Hortilux.
All right, I'm going to give you a 1,000-watt Real Red to run next to that Hortilux, and you can give us your opinion after you try it out. So Real Red from Grow Light, GROWLITE.com, specifically made for horticultural use. Real Reds are the real deal. I'm also going to send you some RNA and FDS. Those two products are a foliar system from our friends at Uber. You want to grow that fire? Uber's got the gas. Check them out at ubergrower.com. They also make the Uni One, the Pyro K. What's the other one?
IQ.
IQ. A lot of great stuff.
Recover.
The Recover. So Stuart, all that stuff going to your local hydro shop. That's a couple $100 worth of stuff for you to try out.
Boom.
Stay on,
Awesome,
stay,
man. Thank you, guys.
Yep, stay on the line so my screener can get your info.
I'm Batman.
All right, last call of the night before the grand prize. Felipe?
Hello?
Aloha.
What to do, nephew?
What up, dog?
Quick question. So I just came across your page and I seen this Mission Fertilizer. It's starting to grow, and I want to know where exactly can I get it at?
A store.
Well, they got the retailers on there, but you're in LA. Let's see. Long Beach Hydro, Cerritos Hydro, La Habra Hydro, Orange County Hydro, South Coast, Los Angeles Hydro has it up there. Stan up there has it.
Yeah, I mean,
What
because,
street's off that?
you
Rosecrans?
know, big shout out to Mission Fertilizer. They started following me on Instagram, and now I got 13 followers.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dan
player,
Kennedy.
you're Insta famous.
Posting pictures.
They did. So shout out to them, and that's why I want to start growing now.
And also, you can go to their website. I believe they have a link you can click on there, and you can get. They don't have that
The
anymore.
deal?
He
No.
took it down.
But I am going to send
It's
some
too big
Grow,
time.
Bloom, and Boost from Mission Fertilizer to try out right there. That's $60 worth of gear, along with some smart pots and some green pads to set you up. I'm going to send that out to Los Angeles Hydro. My man Stan over there. My screener will get you the info on where to go get that. All right, Felipe?
All right.
All right, dog. Thanks for calling in, man.
Looking.
Tell your friends what's up. Yeah, Mission Fertilizer is a great way to get started, dude. All organic, but you don't need a pH adjust. You don't need a ppm adjust. You can use it with your tap water, only for soil, though. But it is going to give you high quality and give you the buffer you need to make you successful. And that's why we're growing, is to be successful, not to give ourselves a headache. Right, Duff?
That's right. It's got what the plants crave.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the grand prize question. Horty Chris has been paying attention for most of the show, so let's see what he came up with.
Well, our original guest this evening was unable to make it, so we had an emergency phone-in guest from one of our sponsors. Who was it? What was the name of his company? Either one of those will work, and of course, give us one of Dr. Duff's hashtags, and you will win the grand prize.
Who was the phone-in guest? He was awesome. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
And what was one of Duff's man's
Hashtag.
hashtags? What do we have? We have a Blue Lab meter for you. We have a light bulb of your choice from Grow Light. We have some Granddaddy pads from Green Pads.
Very nice.
We have the Uber, what is it? Uber High-Q.
Haiku.
That is a Uber High-Q. And some General Hydroponics Cocoa Tech A and B. All that stuff going to your local hydro store. The Blue Lab meter alone is a couple $100.
Which
Yep.
meter is
I'll
it?
tally it up. I don't know, one of the good ones. Is it a combo meter?
It's combo
Combo meter, that's $300.
Damn.
$330, I think, or so. All right, phone lines now open. 562-653-0707. 562-653-0707. Saint's texting, telling his friends, call in, bitch. This is a good one. Don't be texting the answers to people.
Yeah, come on, Saint.
Saint.
Yeah.
This
Cali
is
Breeze?
blasphemy.
That's bullshit.
Breeze over there
Don't
cheating.
worry, they're not eligible. No one they know in their family either.
DFZ Radio.
The thing though with Saint is that, like, to check all of his family members, bro,
Take days and years.
you need to hire a PI for that one. Just for his kids.
We are the rockers from Zion every coast. We're ready, 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 ready to rock. We say Coco, Coco, it's Coco the rock. Coco, Coco, it's Coco the Rasta. Coco, Coco now, Coco the rock. Coco, Coco, it's Coco the Rasta. Somebody is working out.
DFCRadio.com.
I tell you, this is the life.
Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment, and I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
I learned from you guys so much. I keep downloading your shows onto my iPod and listen to them during the day at work. The journal and all that good stuff. You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
And I can vouch for Green Pads. Green Pads definitely work.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
From Growth Technology, who brought you Attack of the Clonex and Hydrodynamics International, creators of Night of the Nitrozyme, comes the most thrilling sequel since the creation of two-part nutrients, Clonex Mist.
I don't know, Billy. I don't think we should be fooling around in this old abandoned greenhouse.
Come on, baby. No one's here. Just you and me.
What was that?
Yeah, it sounded like it came from over there, in the nursery.
Oh, Billy, I'm scared. Let's get out of here.
I'm sure it's nothing. Hey, what's that? No, it can't be. Ah!
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the garden, Clonex Mist. A new and unique product specially formulated to enhance growth and vigor in tender young plants, while promoting robust root development and elongation of root hairs.
Doctor, you've got to help me. It's Billy. Something's happened.
Dear God, there are two of him. He has cloned himself.
No, Doctor. That's the Smith twins. Billy's sitting right behind them.
Of course. Why didn't I see that before?
Comprised of minerals, amino acids, and natural additives, Clonex Mist was designed to be used in conjunction with Clonex rooting compound and Clonex clone solution. In clinical trials, clones sprayed with Clonex Mist generated roots up to 25% earlier, with roots being up to 30% longer and 150% more numerous. Available in a 100 milliliter ready-to-use spray applicator. Just spray your mother a few days in advance, take your cuttings using Clonex gel, and continue to mist the cuttings every 2 days. The speed of root development will shock you. Clonex Mist from Hydrodynamics International. For more information, visit us on the web at hydrodynamicsintl.com. Clonex Mist. Cloning just got a lot easier.
I harvest my sperm from the North Coast because that's where all the sperm whales are at.
Oh, hi, Billy. What can I help you with today?
Well, Tina, it's my plants. I've been trying to get them healthier by using foliar sprays, and I'm just not getting the improvements I was hoping.
I understand. Did you hear that?
Yeah, and it's getting louder.
It's Optic Foliar Guy.
That's right.
Crap, look what he did to my ceiling.
Have you heard of my Optic Foliar line of ready-to-use foliar sprays?
Gosh, I guess not.
Well, I guess it's about time you did. Start with Optic Foliar's Transport. It's a revolutionary delivery agent that helps get the ingredients in your sprays directly into the plant through the leaf surface. Unlike other sprays, it can be used with the lights on and without adjusting the pH.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It sure is, Billy. Using Optic Foliar's watts, you can help your plants use the energy provided by sunlight or HID lights, leading to an exponential increase in growth, which produces bigger yields. And what's the easiest way to provide additional nutrition for plants using watts? Optic Foliar's Rev. Rev provides additional nutrients needed to maintain higher growth rates, resulting in greener, healthier plants.
Gee willikers, do you have anything to help correct deficiencies?
The new Optic Foliar Overgrow not only corrects deficiencies, but also provides increased performance. Overgrow prevents and combats problems that attack your leaves, ensuring you always get a healthy harvest.
Jiminy, it sounds like you have the solution to all my foliar needs.
That's right, Billy. When you use Transport with Watts, Rev, and Overgrow, you can expect improved health and increased yields. Better yields are only a spray away.
Thanks, Optic Foliar guy.
Well, I'm off. There are more plants that need my help.
No, wait! Hey man, the door works, you know.
Optic Foliar, Transport, Rev, Watts, and now Overgrow. The complete foliar system that will dramatically improve your plant's health and harvest. For more information, go online to opticfoliar.com.
You are listening to Heavy T's Grow Show on the DFZ Radio Network.
You want to see my smart pants? You think you got smart pots? You ain't got smart pots. I got smart pants. You just fill your pockets up with soil. You do vertical gardening on your legs, going green year-round, walking around the city, feeding people like a real man.
You're listening to DFZRadio.com.
Remember, immediately after the show or the grand prize question, it's the recap with GLTV telling you everything that you forgot or didn't hear. So you can go back. It's in order pretty much as it happened on the show. Hey, I forgot to do the weigh-in to see where we're
next
at.
Week.
No, we're going to start.
I believe that you were at like 282, 283.
282 point something, yeah.
Yeah, I was at 218 point something. Tally Breeze.
318.
Oh, yeah, 318. Well, why don't we do a quick update, see where we're at in the standings.
All right.
Get on over here, Horty Chris.
See it, Horty.
Here he comes.
He's been doing a lot of walking.
Yes, exercising. Have you been doing anything at all, Horty, the first week?
It's like I've been breathing.
What's his... So he's lost nothing. All right, here I go. I'm going to go next.
You're stagnant.
It's all a scam. I've been drinking shitloads of water.
Well, you know, well, it's good.
So you guys think that I haven't lost any weight.
Well, you didn't gain.
311.2.
311, nice.
7 pounds, bitches.
No way.
Yes.
Congrats.
The hardest thing is once I get to 300 pounds, because it's mostly cock and brains, it's going to be the hardest to lose.
Might have to have a cock surgery.
Yes. I could donate some to you and your brothers.
Yeah, the whole Keenan family needs it.
And I'll still be doing well. All right.
I'll still be doing well.
Sounds like some of our listeners didn't listen to the whole show.
Oh, great.
So 2 guys got the right answer or an answer. 1 or 2 guys. Someone pick.
2.
Yeah.
Chris in Oceanside.
What's up?
What's up, man? You super safe right now?
Yes, I am.
That's
nice.
Surf.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Horty.
Hold
on, Chris. Horty's going to ask you.
Oh, shit.
Who was the fill-in guest on the phone tonight, or what company is he from, and one of Duff's hashtags?
Mission Fertilizer and Wee Wee Man.
That was my favorite
That's
story.
He got it.
That's right, Wee Wee Man.
Yes, Wee Wee Man.
All right, dude, you just got hooked up with a combo meter from Blue Lab, $300 value.
Nice.
You also got the new Coco Tech A and B from our friends at General Hydroponics. On top of that, you're going to have a Granddaddy pad to rain CO2 down on your plants. That's the big dog. Also, some Smart Pots from our friends at Smart Pots. Some HiQ from our friends at Uber. What else did I say? Anything?
The Blue Lab meter.
Got the Blue Lab. Oh, a light bulb. Which light bulb would you like?
I need a 1,000-watt Real Red.
1,000-watt Real Red, specifically made for horticultural use. Chris in Oceanside. Horty's going to ask you a question. Answer truthfully.
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the freshest grow knowledge and the dopest grow gear?
Heavy T's Grow Show.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Chris. Thanks for in, bro. Listen to the whole show.
Thank you, man.
All right, stay safe. Eddie, you stay safe as well, man. You can try next week. Where? Right here, dfcradio.com. I'm Heavy T. Thanks to Mitch for calling in. Bill and all the guys that make this happen every week, and especially our sponsors. Make sure you click on their links, listen to their commercials. They really make this happen for you guys. Right now, it's the recap with the artist formerly known as GLTV.
Peace. All right. What up? Hold on, let me turn your mic on. My bad. This is the recap.
What it do? It's your boy Caliente Breeze.
Hey, it's your boy S to the T.
What it do, Saint?
Oh, you know, another great show.
Yeah, we had an awesome show, man.
We had a lot of bug issues this show.
Man, this show was bugging, right?
The first one was them rude aphids, man.
Rude aphids.
Man, if you have rude aphids...
How you get rid of those rude aphids, Saint?
Blow up your whole house.
Blow it up.
That's what Duff told me.
What about the houses next to the house?
Blow those up, too, because they probably ran in there when you blew up your house.
Blow up everything. Everything's blowing up. You feel me? Hey, man, we had a couple lighting questions, too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And what about that? What about those tea questions, too, man?
If you're using the tea, if you're in the veg state, you want to use like what you would find in usually like your grow or your veg formula, you know, that's real high in those particular, you know, ingredients. And as far as bloom too, it's the same thing. Like if you're using the guano, make sure you got the high phosphorus rate in there if you're going to do some blooming, and that'll be good tea for that, you know. So, and people like to throw in molasses and stuff like that. So teas are definitely good. You can't go wrong with making a good tea. Once you see that foam top, you know you're good.
Just like that. And one of my favorites, man, that pH question, the ideal pH for reverse osmosis.
Well, when you start with the RO, depending on, you know, your pH, it's going to be different from soil to hydro. I just say go out and get a Blue Lab pH meter. That way you could be right on point with whatever you're doing. Or you can get the combo meter, which will tell you the temperature and the ppm or the EC, so you know how much nutrients you're feeding your plants. That way you can get everything locked in, and you'll be growing right.
Man, just like that. And if you didn't get to check out the show, Saint.
Oh, man, you know what? We had some dope. We had Mitch actually call in from Sanctuary Soil.
Hey, don't be talking about the grand prize yet.
And, well, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how he called in and he dropped a lot of knowledge about soil. And if you're starting a soil company or you want to build the right soil, it takes a lot of work. And it's really a lot of information that people don't see that goes on behind closed doors. So he's like, just check out Sanctuary Soil because they do all that. And check out the Mission Fertilizer too. Their 3-part is pure organic. The additives, I think they're a blend. But you can always check them out at missionfertilizer.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And since we bringing up Mission Fertilizer, that was part of the grand prize question.
That's right. It was who called in, you know, who made the call, because we were supposed to have the bee company that has this dope little technology where it tells you when to water your plants. It lets it know like it's dry, so it'll turn your pump on, opposed to having a timer where you don't know, it's just gonna go on a certain time. This is kind of like Autopilot. When once it dries out, it'll water it for you. So yeah, check them out.
And that was awesome, man. And then we had a lot of great hashtags as well, man. You feel me? From Dr. Duff.
That's right. You always want to check out the Duff News, you know, the world according to Duff. We had a hilarious Horty's F-Tart of the Week. Was hilarious. Dropping bombs on them.
Hey, man, if you missed the show, man, make sure you go back to dfzradio.com and check out the past shows. Hey, Saint. Man, can you believe that the grand prize winner got all those great gifts?
I could believe it because we do that every week. If you want to be a winner of the grand prize, you got to listen to the whole show. You got to check it out. You got to start from the beginning. Listen, pay attention. Usually you got to pay attention to the segments or important people we have on the show. And it'll be so easy, and we'll hook you up. If you haven't won within 60 days of the grand prize, you can win the grand prize. You can call in and win prizes too.
Hey, if you don't know the number, it's 562-653-0707. Just like that, man. We had an awesome show, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all the great sponsors.
That's
but
right.
Other than that,
we
out.